Alright, Hades Omega here. So, doing a quick video on the latest mod for the Victory Empulse TT. Still haven't figured a name for this bike, but this is called Impulse, I guess. So this is like one of the last mods I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna wind up getting a new windscreen. I'm gonna get an MRA one later, and then that'll be it. I'm not gonna do any more mods on this bike. Yeah, maybe get some better foot pegs. I don't know what foot pegs you can get for this bike though. Sounds like I need to go lube that too. But anyway, this is I had this made yesterday from at Fabrications Unlimited in Alviso, California. It is a top case rack for this guy. So like I said, one of the mods I wanted to do was put a top case on this bike, and so after $250 later, I went and I got one made up. A lot of places are asking $300. The Motorzac one that you could buy in, like, I think it was Denmark or something, was about $300. So yeah, I decided to have him make me one. He quoted me on $250, and that's how much he charged me. I think that's a pretty good deal. That's what I was willing to pay. $250. That's the max I was willing to pay. Like, I think $300 is too much for something like this, you know. But that's including the material. So basically, I'll go take it off later. But basically, it's a, like, I don't know. That's like a 1/4 inch. He used 1/4 inch steel plates to make this, and it's freaking bomb-proof. My only issue with it is it's pretty heavy. He welded it straight onto the deck too, so it just it don't come off anymore. Is what what it does. It doesn't come off anymore. It's welded straight on there. Look at that. So yeah, what he wound up doing is he tacked it here and here, and then he welded the whole backside to it. So that is really strong. And like, if I have any issues with it, he'll fix it for free, I guess. So, he was also able to retain the. I also asked him to help when he made it to retain the grab handles. So you still kind of can use it. You can't really get your hands all the way in there, but I figure you can just do this number, or like basically what I use the grab handles for is if I need to move the bike around, and I'm just gonna grab it like this, you know. So you can just put your hand all the way around it like that. So that's no big deal. If anything, I could always just take it off. But basically, the only modification I really had to do to the bike to get this on there is what is it? Oh, we need longer bolts. We put longer bolts in. They're slightly longer than stock. And he just the plate is this plate is basically sandwiched in between the hand guard. I mean the hand grip here, and the plate. It's not painted yet, so it's actually starting to rust already. So I got to get painting it soon. But yeah, one issue I had with this, he said, like, yeah, this is the strongest. This will be the strongest if you use, like, a plate of steel. That's a lot of places they use like square tubing or round tubing. But you know what I like about this is it matches the stock fender. Stock fender is just a bunch of like flat steel, you know, that they bended and welded together, and it matches the bike pretty good. So I'm gonna paint it with a what is it, semi-gloss black engine enamel from I think I forgot, it's an engine enamel. I think it's Duplicolor maybe, but hopefully that'll match the color of the bike, like the fender. But I think it turned out good. Oh, my only issue is it's really heavy. The stuff he uses is like really beefy material. I don't think he needed to use. I would have preferred like tube steel, I guess, because it's lighter. But I don't want to add too much weight to the bike. But what I might do is what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to drill some holes in it, some big holes, to line it up a bit. Because like, this is super strong. It's bomb-proof. You could probably like have somebody sit on this, you know. Yeah, that rack is like super strong, and it's not. I don't really think it's going to carry a lot of weight, but it was designed to put this guy on. So let's go put this on. So the way this guy works, this is a Bestem trunk. I have one of these on my KLR. I like it a lot. They're cheap, but it's good stuff. So this is the stuff that comes with it. You can see that's how everything mounts and everything. We didn't use any of the mounting hardware. Like I said, he just welded it onto the plates, the brackets. So basically, there's like two little tangs there, and it just slips on like that. And then you go in here. And you just pull on the tab here. It should latch on. Boom, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what to deal with this little screw here that's sticking out. There it is. It is on there. And I found out to make it not bobble around so much, you can add a like grommet and stick it in there, and it'll keep it from moving around a lot. The one on the KLR, I had it reinforced so I could ride it off-road if I needed to, and I did ride it off-road, and it worked pretty good. So this has a little seat rest under there, so that's what it looks like. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. I like it. I always wanted a top rack for my bike, so it's so convenient having these. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, actually. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's unfortunately I had to pay someone to make me one, but honestly, to tell you the truth, if I tried to make it myself, I don't think I could have. I don't think I could have made it. It wouldn't look this good. He did a good job on it, but I probably might be able to make something like this, but it would nowhere near look as good as this. And I probably would have just bolted it on to this, make some like a little deck on it. Cool deal. So I just gotta I'm just gonna go I want to see if I can drill some holes in it. Actually, I'm gonna weigh it first to see how heavy it is. If it's more than like 15 pounds, I think I will drill some holes in it to make it lighter. I don't think that will affect its strength at all, because this thing is beefy. I got some new Harbor Freight step bits, and it's like a big fat step bit, so it's time to go try it out, I guess. Alright, well, so it's still work in progress. It's about 90% there. It just needs to be painted, basically. But I'll go weigh it. Alright. Zoom out. Okay, so there it is. I got it off. It is kind of a bitch. It's actually not hard to uninstall, but it's hard to install because everything is all one piece. But it comes off pretty easily, and it clears the fender just enough where you can just lift it off, but you can also tilt it sideways. Like, I can show you how to install it, how it would come out right now. So yes, you see it fits through the fender like that, and it just goes up like that. You can also kind of like tilt it this way a little bit, take it out. So yeah, it's very well engineered or well fabricated piece of hardware here, but it is really heavy though. It's gonna add a lot of heft to your bike, which is my one complaint about it. But that's what it looks like. All right, so here's so basically it's just two pieces of steel welded together, and everything kind of clears. It's closer to C on one side than the other, but I'm not really complaining much. So yeah, this is the mounting plate right here, and this is the arm right here, and then it's welded to the bottom like that. So all I gotta do is get it all welded, paint it, because it's starting to rust already. Yeah, it is really heavy. Let's go throw it on the old postal scale. Okay, so there it is on the scale. I actually weighed this little plastic thing before I put the rack on. It's 5 pounds with 5 ounces, but this plastic dealie weighs like 5 ounces, so it's 5 pounds basically. It's actually not as much as I thought it would be. It is pretty hefty. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that then. I'm not gonna drill any holes in it. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, so it should be fine. If anything, it's gonna add more rigidity to the bike. At least I think it will. Yeah, so yeah, it only weighs 5 pounds. It's actually not that much. It is definitely heavier, but it's more bomb-proof than other racks that I have, so we'll just go with that. So just clean it up a little bit. It's a little dirty. I rode it back last night. Yeah, so I think you're just gonna go with it like that. Yeah, so it's about five-ish pounds. The actual plate doesn't weigh that much. It's about like, I don't know how much the plate weighs. The plate probably weighs like a pound or something, and I'd imagine these are probably like about 2 pounds each. So I'm surprised. It feels like it's pretty heavy, but it's not. 5 pounds. I'm just using my postal scale here. And if I moved it around, I still get the same weight. So it really is only 5 pounds. So I'm willing to give up 5 pounds. Now, of course, the trunk probably weighs another couple pounds. So, and I'm going to be throwing stuff in it. But as long as this is strong, you know, that's fine. There's that thing is bomb-proof, dude. Look at how thick it is. Crazy, yeah. All right, so we'll just kind of clean up some of this rust, and we'll get it painted. Alright, here's my go. Okay, there we go. So I got it all cleaned up. I used a kind of Scotch-Brite pad on a what are these called? I'm drawing a blank here, but it's a Scotch-Brite disc is what it is, and a little Scotch-Brite pad to clean it up, just to get all the rust off of it. So I'm probably, let's see here, I'm gonna use this stuff, Duplicolor engine enamel. First I'm gonna shoot like just a little bit of primer on it, and then put like probably 2 coats of that, and I'm probably just gonna touch it up, you know. I'm not gonna paint the whole thing. I took the little rubber shock absorber things out, and so I hit it up with the disc as good as I could. It's pretty shiny, not too much rust on it anymore. As long as it's not really thick rust, I think we'll be fine. And the places I couldn't get to, I used this, and then I used this on the deck there. So here we go. Time to go paint it up. Well, here, this is the paint I'm using. I'm using a Duplicolor engine enamel. It's good to 500 degrees. That doesn't really need to be that heat resistant. And it's a low gloss black Delta Echo 1634. That's the color. I'm thinking this will match the rack and the bike pretty good. Alright, there it is. I just finished painting it. The paint didn't blend too well with the deck. The deck is a little shinier, but it's okay. The trunk's gonna sit on top of it anyways. You're not gonna see it. Yeah, there it is. Looks pretty good. I think it. We'll see how well it matches the fender color. But yeah, man, I was spraying it for like a few minutes, and then what is it? It got really heavy. I still think it's too heavy, but well, whatever. We'll just put it back on. Well, at least we know it's not gonna break. If anything, like the deck may break or something. But and I was afraid that little arm thing, the little piece of wire there, wasn't gonna hold it. But it's holding it right now. So I'm probably gonna let it dry for like an hour, and then we'll go install it on the bike, and then that'll be it. Yeah, I think I should have lightened it a little more, but that's okay. It'll just be really hefty, you know. I don't like that it adds a lot of weight to the back of the bike, but it's not like there was a lot of weight in the back of the bike anyways, you know. But ideally you would want the weight in towards the center of the bike. But well, there it is. So we'll just let it dry. Here's my out. Okay, there it is. After I let it dry for a couple hours, and I'm gonna go install it now. Looks good. Looks the same as I left it. It's dry now though. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any more coats. I went over it quite a few times, so I think it's good enough. It's just to keep it from rusting, you know. But there it is. It's black. Okay, before I bolt it in, I put like a kind of a rag on top of the fender, so it would so it wouldn't scratch it or anything. Just bolt it in. Okay, and just for a good measure, I put some anti-seize lubricant on the bolts before I put them in. I've got like half of them in there right now. All right, there it is. It's on there. So yeah, the paint came out pretty good. It matches the it's even got a little texture to it where the rust was. But yeah, it matches the fender paint and the rest of the bike paint pretty good. Like I said, the deck was a little shinier than the paint, but yeah, that low gloss black matches the Impulse black pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So there it is. Let's get some. Pretty nice. So so there's a little bit more of a gap here on this side on the seat than here. There's probably like 2 millimeters here and probably like 3 or 4 here. It's okay though. The seat can still be taken off. I think. I haven't tried it, but you know, all you have to do is just kind of slide it off under it a little bit, and then maybe just like pull it up from the front, or you might be able to get enough off. Yeah, you have to wriggle the seat off a little bit, and I had to take my seat cover off. I'm not really happy with that Nelson rig tail bag, and this one here. This guy. I was thinking of putting it back on because it's going to be in front of the trunk. I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't, but as you can see here, it has stained my seat. So there's some red kind of vinyl here, and it stained it. Because I guess it was like rubbing up and down on it. It has some kind of like grippy material, kind of like the seat has a grippy material. Yeah, it stained it. I was like, oh damn it, come on. If it was an all black seat, I guess it would be okay, but yeah. So I may just leave it off from now on. I don't know, but that's a lot more stuff you can put in there too, you know. So the only thing is not as secure as the trunk. So let's go install the trunk. But yes, there it is. Finally, I've got the trunk that I wanted. Yeah, that's my biggest gripe about the Impulse, is that there is no space to put anything on this bike. None at all. They just thought you were just gonna ride it, you know, and ride it with the backpack if you need to carry anything. But yeah, at the very least, I'd like to carry a pump with me, you know. So there it is. Cool dealies. The Bestem or Bestem, I don't know how you pronounce it, trunk cost about $90, $90 to like $100. It's a pretty good one. Like I said, this is the second one that I've had. I haven't had any major issues. My other one is a little beat up because I dropped my bike. But this one is brand new. And one of the crappy things I don't like about this is they don't sell the deck. If they sold the deck separately, you can install it on different bikes and then just move trunk to different bikes. But you have to buy. I have to buy another trunk. So that bike over there, the one under that cover, has one trunk. All right, cool deal. So yeah, the total damage on the trunk was I would say $100 for the trunk, and then $250 for the brackets, the brackets and the deck mount. So that'll be about $350. It's pretty pricey for that, but you know, it's they don't make one for this bike, unfortunately. I think Givi did make one for the Bramo Impulse, and then I guess maybe they don't make it anymore. I'm not sure, but really your only choice is to have someone make one like I did, like I did. So I want to talk about like how the dude made it. It was made at Fabrications Unlimited in Alviso, California, and what he did is he cut a base plate that sandwich on top of the grab handlebars, and we used the longer bolts to accommodate that extra metal. It's like a quarter. I think it's a quarter inch. Let me see. Yes, I just measured it. It's a quarter inch thick steel. Actually, you know, if I was to have him do it again, I didn't know it was going to be this heavy. I thought he was going to use tubing, but he just used flat steel, and it wound up being like that, 5 pounds. 5 pounds doesn't sound a lot, but man, when you pick this thing up, it's got a lot of heft, and then you're adding the trunk to the top of it. But it must be super strong. But I think if we had to do it again, I think I would make it aluminum, but the same thickness. A quarter inch aluminum is pretty strong. So, but yeah, I guess the problem is he welded it to the deck, so it's all one piece. He'd have to make it bolt on. He'd have to make like a kind of like something for it to bolt onto. That's the original way this deck was supposed to be going on. You're supposed to bolt it on with some bolts, and there's like some metal you can sandwich with. But yeah, so I think it turned out pretty good. But yeah, I think I'd prefer it be aluminum, so it'd be a little lighter. Probably be half the weight, probably just like 3 pounds instead of 5 pounds, and then it would have to be bolt on, because I don't think you could weld steel to aluminum. You know. But, yeah, this is really thin stuff. Yeah, the deck is really thin metal, so you have to use like a TIG welder or something, and I don't have that. I don't have those kind of skills, and I don't have that kind of equipment. So yeah, it was a good idea. I took it on. But if it was me, if it was me making it, I would have made it bolt on. Bolt the deck onto the brackets type of thing, but he just made it all one thing. So I don't think I'm gonna take it off anymore. You know, it's always gonna be on there. What I may do later is I may drill the fender here and bolt. I don't know. That's kind of a long distance there. Yeah, you'd have to get a long spacer. If I got like a long spacer and bolted it to the fender, and then that way it'll be a little more secure. But yeah, the subframe, it's about bolted to the subframe here. I don't think it's gonna mess up the subframe well. The subframe was designed to have a passenger on it, so it can definitely handle that. And it's not like you're gonna be riding this through some really rough terrain. It's gonna be the roughest terrain is probably the streets of San Francisco. I'll be riding this on, right? Yeah, so cool deal. I got the trunk on there, and the $350 was the damage, and but I think it'll be worth it. So far that's probably gonna be like the only mods I'm left to do. I've done all the mods I want to do on the Impulse. Besides the windscreen, I haven't found one that I liked yet. That Spitfire, I'm not using it anymore, man. It's a piece of garbage. Hopefully by the time it gets cold, I find one. What I'm gonna go with is probably MRA windscreen, but those are money. So yeah, there it is. The good thing is also the good thing about this design back here is it accommodates the fender pretty well. Actually, the rear fender on the Impulse has kind of grown on me. I think it's not bad. It's a good design. Some people they have a fender eliminator kit and they take it out, but I think it looks okay. Looks better than most sport bikes, I'll tell you that. But it looks even better now because there's something on top of it. So, and if anything, the trunk acts as sort of a fender as well. So, cool deal. So there you go. That is Hades Omega top case vlog. Good deal. Hades Omega.